Hi, welcome to One Word Today. I'm Sophia, pilot into the universe of Chinese. Let's continue our October streak of 3-character Chinese expressions a day. So yesterday we talked about 波斯猫, flat, 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 Persian cat. Today we talked about 哈巴狗. Well, this one is flat, flat, third tone. 哈巴狗 is also a kind of a translation. I heard about this expression a lot too, but I never put two together. So today, for the sake of showing what habago is, I showed the dog picture, and then that's the first time I made a connection of, oh, this type of habago actually is this dog. Okay, ha is as you can see in English, in Chinese, we pronounce as ha. In English, we have hush. And I believe this hush also kind of connect with the original physical depiction of your hushing your air out of your tongue. So we call it hush. There is this motion of airflow coming out of your lungs and then give you this sound, right? And Chinese too use ha. So I find this pronunciation-wise probably some universal properties over there. Chinese visually depict this ha sound with the mouth symbol. Of course, it's related to speaking. And then the right side, using a shell shape with supposedly some seed in a pot popping and depicting that exact moment of that seed. That horizontal line is that seed going to be ejected from the pot. So this pot motion with a little bit of explosiveness, right? Because for the seed to be ejected out of the pot, there gotta be a certain momentum to from a sitting still in there to be ejected out of there, right? So plant as an immobile, in most of cases, living being, they have to find ways to eject their seed, right? So this depicting this popping moment, and this popping plus the mouth symbol, that's kind of a, I wouldn't say it's a speaking, because speaking, you have to string your words together to create a certain sentence, at least, to have meaning, intention, a little bit more complicated concept. But here, the mouth symbol simply means it's pronunciation, like you pronounce it through your mouth. It doesn't have to make any complicated meaning. So this air ejecting from the mouth, ha, capture this, perfectly match the pronunciation of ha to give you the sense of we're actually ejecting or popping the air from the mouth. Okay, that's pretty winded Chinese explanation. Okay, so that's ha, because this ha character was, how often would we use in language to depict this popping of air from your mouth? Not that often, right? So this became a less frequently used, even if it's everyday language. So such less frequently used Chinese characters then repurposed as a sound translation. And because from the imported sounds, a lot of them is, start with ha sound. So this becomes almost like a designated ha sound as a sound translation, the Chinese character. I guess this is up front, if not top one, top two, in translation by sound of foreign imported concept. Okay, ba have this, well, this was translated as tail, I guess, because it's otherwise hard to see. Well, originally, according to scholars, I don't exactly know, that this depicts a big snake. So we kind of can see that, right? This, if we view it as I mean, the most complicated portion on the snake's body would be the head, right? The jaw can be detached, therefore the snake can swallow really bigger things, right? That's their survival mechanism to be able to swallow. So this, I guess, depicting the complicated mouth or digestive system, the opening of the mouth area, and the rest of the body is kind of elongated, like a ropey thing, and with a little bit twists and turns over here. It shows the snake body is can go in different directions, kind of can zigzag through space, right? I mean, as humans, we have our torso. We cannot really zigzag that much with our torso, but snakes can, right? That's their superpower. So this is a depiction of snake, and eventually, I guess, it was extended to depict any kind of animal, not the whole body part, but a part of the body that looks kind of snaky. In this case, it became a tail. So dog tail, right? That fluffy wiggling thing that has this it starts as a snake. It has many different properties or qualities of snake, but one common theme is this kind of a ropey shape, and can transform its shape, not transform, but travel through space. This shape of this ropey shape, that's the common theme used there. That's the property of the snake image, derived and then captured through the language, applied to other situations. So in this context, it became a tail. So hush, tail, and then dog. Okay, yesterday we talked about cat, right? In contemporary Chinese, both of them are having this symbol as a simplified. This is an animal marker. But in traditional Chinese, actually cat and dog, they came from different left side. This is a dog symbol in ancient or traditional Chinese. And you can see it's not a four-legged animal. How interesting, because if we view cats, big cat, evolved from or connected from tigers or leopards, some predators, right? Dogs connected its ancestors, wolves, right? Or other four legs running animals. But somehow in Chinese, this dog symbol was abstracted without the four legs. Dog symbol was more almost aerodynamic. We don't see four legs busy over there. We only see this big hump or this curve, as if the dog is running. It's aerodynamic, so there. But the dog nozzle and the dog ears was captured in there. So I guess language one, it was abstracted. Someone have to make the decision what to keep, what to admit. And that's what we're sitting here trying to discover, like back then, language creators, how they are capturing things to capture, I would say, the essence of that animal. So this was the view of the language creators back then to capture the essence of the dog. Is the nozzle, the ears, and the kind of aerodynamic body was omitted, like no four legs, all depicting of that. So that's dog symbol. And then the right side is the sound maker, but it came with this kind of a ropey thing. You see the snake body kind of ropey. Contemporary Chinese, we don't really have too many twists and turns. I guess this ba is kind of many turns, would consider many turns. Most of the Chinese characters are kind of boxy, right? Horizontal line, vertical line, like horizontal connected to vertical at most, right? When you have like this ba, you would write it in vertical line, horizontal line, and then with up tilted corner like that. So that gives you at least, so this is one twist of turn, this turn one, turn two. So two turns is already a lot of turns for Chinese standard. So this character and this character kind of connected as each of them have many turns already. So this one is one turn, one turn, one turn. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 turns. That's a lot of turns. 1, 2, 3. And you can see like a simplified version of Chinese is more, we only have 1 turn, 2 turn. That's it. And then if it gets more turns, we add another stroke to simplify. So people don't get so confused like how to write this, right? So I give credit to simplification of Chinese to make it simple for language users versus the traditional ones got many, many more turns there. So right side is the sound symbol. And it has this twists and turns. Some scholars say it's related to the connection, as if the tangling of the ropes. I guess we're limited in our knowledge of what happened back then. Like what would make the language creator use this many twists and turns to depict something? If this is a snake, this is already a lot of turns. What else can be more twist and turning, right? So people can only guess in later days that this means entanglement of some sort of thread or something that's tangled. And then we have the mouse symbol. To me, that probably is a signifier to mean something related to speaking, right? Something related to communication. So in communication, in contemporary Chinese, we know this means period. That's Chinese way to say it's a full stop of a sentence or a meaning. So I guess here, then if we reverse engineer, if this is entanglement of something, like people are verbalizing, trying to spit out a lot of things, and then this is kind of a trying to give it a closure or trying to give it a pause. So it's not so much of an entanglement. It's the period's function is to disentangle, right? To make things formulated into one chunk and then to batchify, okay, to batchify our meanings. So to make one segment of meaning and then give a pause, do the next segment. That's how we code our information instead of a big long passage of things, right? So that could be the reverse engineered, but it could be other possibilities as well. But in any case, it served as the sound maker, and I'm not sure why period connected with this doxing symbol actually means dog. That's some mystery. I'm not sure whoever does this. But in any case, by itself, it already means dog. So when adding something extra to it, I guess the dog itself can be expanded to create other characters. So to make it specific to mean, we mean the dog. So instead of having 2 dog symbols over there, we put a period over there to mean it's the dog, the original meaning there that we mean. Okay, so hush-tailed dog, actually in English, it means pug. So it's this cute looking dog that's staring at you, kind of questioning you. And that's the Chinese translation of ha ba go. So in this case, it's a pug. I don't hear the sound connection there. It's pug, but somehow Chinese put it into, I guess, ha ba, almost like a ha, pop, right? It's like a little tiny dog, a cute tiny dog. So ha ba. Somebody translate from pug in particular to ha ba, probably give it like tail wagging, happy looking, hush hush kind of dog. Okay, in any case, I couldn't figure out why because there is no sound connection there. Instead of like a 波斯猫, we have this Persian. You can hear the sound connection. Over here, pug. We don't really hear ha ba over there. So if you know, let me know. I couldn't figure out why. But that's the mystery solved. I never know that Habago actually means pug in English. All right, catch into the currency of thinking about one word a day with Sophie